and welcome to Beyond Borders on Breaking Scoop, where we take you through the week's biggest stories and the latest breaking news from around the world. I am Babita Esheshi, and here are the headlines. We begin with the United States, where protesters say that Elon Musk has got to go. And Elon Musk calls for a zero-tariff situation between the US and Europe. United States airstrikes kill at least 4 in Sana. And the death of Deputy Government Spokesperson Alain Mukuralinda shakes the country. Now the news in detail. Mass protests erupted worldwide as people rallied against some of the most powerful figures in global politics, with a particular focus on Elon Musk and US President Donald Trump. Over 1,400 hands-on demonstrations unfolded in cities across the globe as millions voiced their frustration over what they described as a hostile takeover of Americans' rights and freedoms. Now, what exactly were the protesters about? What did they complain about? The protesters condemned the political and economic influence wielded by Musk and Trump, believing it undermines democracy and jeopardizes fundamental freedoms. Now, the sheer scale of protests spanning multiple continents demonstrated the growing discontent with their shared political clout. Why do you think these two figures have sparked a global backlash? Musk, on the other hand, who has been increasingly outspoken about global economic issues, made waves this weekend with a bold proposal aimed at transforming the US and European trade relations. Speaking to Italy's far-right League Party, a key member of Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni's ruling coalition, Musk suggested creating a zero-tariff zone between the US and Europe. How realistic is it to create a zero-tariff zone between these two major regions like the US and Europe? What is his vision? His vision is a free trade agreement that would eliminate all tariffs and enable unrestricted movement of people between the two regions. Musk further emphasized that this idea aligns with what he had previously given to Donald Trump. Is this proposal part of a bigger push for global trade reform, or is it just a personal ambition of Musk? His comments highlighted his growing influence in shaping the future of international trade and relations, especially as both the US and Europe grapple with economic challenges and geopolitical tensions. In the Middle East, the series of US airstrikes in Yemen has intensified tensions in an already volatile region. The strikes targeted a building in the Houthi-controlled city of Sada, which the rebels claimed was a solar power shop. Now, why would the Houthis describe it this way? What might they be trying to downplay? However, footage from a scene showed a 2-story building collapse, resulting in at least 2 deaths and 9 injuries. The Houthis, embroiled in the ongoing conflict with the US interests in this region. Now, the interests in this region have been accused of attacking shipping lanes as part of their broader involvement in the Israel-Hamas conflict. How does this involvement of the Houthis in the Israel-Hamas conflict complicate this situation further? And while the Houthis reported that at least 69 deaths from the strikes, US officials have yet to comment on the exact details or confirm the rebel claims. What are the chances that we'll get a clearer picture of what happened exactly in Sada? The strikes are part of a broader US campaign against the Houthis, whose actions have sparked concerns across the Middle East. Meanwhile, in Africa and Rwanda, the death of the deputy government spokesperson Alain Mukuralinda has shaken the country. Mukuralinda, who served in the role since December 2021, was a respected figure in both Rwandan media and law. Now, what made Mukuralinda such a significant figure in Rwanda? He had a distinguished career, particularly in the justice sector, where he dealt with high-profile cases involving the 1994 genocide and prominent political figures. Mukuralinda also played a key role in shaping Rwanda's legal landscape and was instrumental in prosecuting opposition leaders, including the trial of Victor Ingabire. How will his passing affect Rwanda's political and legal systems? Beyond his government duties, Mukuralinda was also involved in Rwanda's music community. He was loved by the music community. He composed a song that became an anthem for the national football team. He further solidified his place in the country's cultural fabric. His sudden passing is going to affect both the political and the cultural spheres of Rwanda. What will the impact of his death have on Rwanda's image, both locally and abroad? And that's all we can take on the news today. Thank you for watching, I am Babita Isheshi.